Hello everyone, welcome. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Okay, that's a bit better. What is up with everyone today? What's the plan? I was gonna do some weeklies personally, but then I realized I'm pretty close to 275 here, so I might just finish up this character. Let's get 275 today. Alright. Probably don't even need that much of this. Maybe I need to buy one here. And maybe one more of each? I think maybe an hour grind today should be enough to get me to 275. I'll finish off my dailies. And I'll do my Monster Park runs. Maybe it's enough, maybe. If not, I can also opt to do like High Mountain or something like that. Yeah, something like that. I think we'll be alright though. Hello guys, welcome. Hello Learn, Tippy. Should I look for some burning? I mean, you know what? 20% burning is better than 0% burning. How many hours of grinds did to 275? Like from here? If I just did straight grinding, probably like 2.5. But I also have like my dailies in Monster Park to get through to 275 today. So I'll probably just do like 1 hour, see how we go. I think Monster Park should give me about 8%. I think from grinding it will give me about 8% as well, maybe a bit more. We'll see how we go. So it's like 8% every half an hour. Yeah, 7% every half an hour. And I'll be using boosters too, so in an hour I should get about 15%. So between an hour plus Monster Park it should be chill. And then I can start working on my hero again. There's a few things I need to do on my hero too for some setup. I need to unlock 3 FAMs. So I need to like go dig into my storage for some cards. I have like leftover random cards all over the place, but I need to find out what I'm missing. Happy anniversary. For affiliates? Damn. I got affiliate in April. That must have been a while ago. I wonder how many years it's been since I've been affiliate. I'm gonna guess like maybe 4 years. I was like pretty hesitant with streaming on Twitch for a while because like multi-streaming was a little bit more complicated back when I was like kind of infrequently streaming. And yeah, we'll finish up this character, we can start working on the hero, and on top of that too, I wouldn't mind doing some weeklies. We'll see how we go. I haven't done all of my event stuff either. I should probably do the Punch King, but I've been pretty lazy with Punch King. I feel like Punch King is some of those contents where like, I'm just so lazy. Just like Culvert as well. What do I use right now to multi-stream? I use something called Atom. It's like a plugin for OBS that you can use, and it's free. Because back when I originally started streaming, multi-streaming was more of a paid service from what I remember. Or at least I only knew of ways to multi-stream, but you had to like pay a certain amount to use whatever. And the only other like kind of free restreaming thing was like Restream.io or whatever it was. I remember there was something that you could use for free, but it made it look weird in the chat, and I really didn't like it. So like if somebody typed in Twitch, it would repost it into YouTube under like a bot account basically, because it like scrapes the data and then places it in the other chat, and it's like, yeah, nah, didn't like the way it looked. Where Parsh? Nah, Parsh's streak got murdered on one of the days. I streamed late and then he went to bed. So his streak died. I think Learn, you have the hugest streak in the stream. Early stream, hello Tilda. Are you winning? Alright. Which letter are we gonna use here? Which one are we gonna get? Where are the rare ones? With the letter V. Happy birthday. It is my birthday this week. At the end of the week. But unfortunately, won't be celebrating it on stream. I have no plans for my birthday. I'm just happy to just chill. Chill and eat food. That's all I need. My wife offered to pay for any dinner of my choice, but I haven't decided what I want. Hates us. Hello, JH. Well, thank you. Thank you, Kenny. A bit early, but all good. Fancy bread? Does a burger count as fancy bread? That was actually the first thing I thought of. I was like, what's something that we don't usually eat together? Yeah, we actually eat out like reasonably often. It's like at least once a week. But it's more because like we hang out with our friends and it's just easier to go to a restaurant or something like that. Just in case I don't stream, yeah. You're right, I don't think I will be streaming on that day anyway. Alright, got a lot still to go for this paper event. So many things to collect. Thank you, Kalis. Alright, surely within the hour, I should be able to collect all 12 or all 10 of my boxes, right? Thank you for the hydrate. Just water for me. We're so close to 275. And then, it'll be a question of like, do I want to push my symbols? I mean, I guess I could do like a few days of, what do you call it? What's the next era? Shangri-La. Do a few days of those dailies, but not so sure. Help C. Carlos. Alright, good luck. Good old C. Carlos. That boss requires more coordination than I expected. Oh my god, what is this? Thank you, Tilda, for the $5.
Cat says meow 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 woof meow 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 woof meow meow meow, and we say happy birthday Holly, go Holly, go Holly, I newbie symbol emoji, avatico emoji, birthday cake emoji, party popper emoji.
I was gonna say, what's the cutoff? How much EXP does a booster 3x rune etc. give you? Well, all I know in about half an hour I get about 7%. So I'm assuming every 10 minutes, you know, let's round it to 2%. The boosters probably do at least 60% of that. So if I do 2 boosters on the rune and stuff like that, at this level, it'll probably give me about 1.5%. It does give you a good chunk. The boosters give a lot. Especially with all the amplifiers. Are these transferable? Alright, nice. I can put them all onto my hero. But I need to collect my badges first. And then hopefully I'll be able to get at least one more damage fam. Maybe two. Maybe I'll try for 2 damage fams. It's either 2 damage fams or 140% boss damage. Whichever one comes first. You need unlimited text-to-speech? I don't think you do. I don't think you do. Look, if you can encourage other people to do text-to-speech, then maybe I'll consider it. Actually, no. It should be the other way around. The more the people that use it, the less likely I want it. Never mind. It was unlimited until it was abused. Need Anil and Rich back? What do you mean you need them back? They are the ones that caused it to be ruined. They did it. I didn't make it no longer unlimited. Fat Pet Dono unlimited. Oh, thank you, Rare Toasty. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think this is either 4 or 5 years for the affiliate thing. I streamed on Twitch for about a week just to get affiliate, and then I like stopped streaming on Twitch for like 3 years. Kind of nice to be reminded. I have like kind of looked into how to push for like Twitch partner, but it's pretty difficult. I think like your average viewers needs to be like, I think it's like 75 average viewers per stream for a certain amount of time, and I definitely do not hit those numbers. Hello, Shanks. Like maybe if I streamed at a different time, maybe I could scoop up different numbers of viewers, but I prefer not to. Is tomorrow gonna be a Gundam day? We'll see. We'll see. So I'll say like probably not for the time being, because I do have a lot of things I want to do. I still haven't even finished like most of my weeklies. I know how JH swap platforms just to say hi to Shanks. Yeah, it's a high number. Yeah, 75 is pretty high. I think... Oh. Hydrate. Thank you, JH. Yeah. I'd say, like, even on a good day for me, it's pretty hard to get more than, like, 50 people on Twitch, specifically. On YouTube, it really depends on what I'm doing. When I'm having, like, a lot of interesting things... Especially if I'm doing like new characters or doing a big Star Forcing session, then I can get like up to 150 people on YouTube streams, right? But I understand that not everyone sticks around to watch grinding. Well, we're just like mostly chilling, right? I know a lot of people just hang around for a little bit and they leave. That's all good. But in terms of people staying around and getting those bigger numbers, it really depends on what I'm streaming. Did you lose your membership? No, I can still see the thing on your name. Hello Trans, how you doing? For Gibson, can you hydrate with the beer? No. Fall asleep when I stream? Yeah, that's not a bad thing necessarily. Do you think it's a good idea to use this haste to pump mules from 200 to 210 for link skills? I mean, if you need it, yeah, sure. Do we have any strawberry farm tickets this event? If not, then... I mean, you could do that. I just think, yeah, it's just kind of boring to grind from 200 to 210. I think personally, I wouldn't But if you got, you know, no other characters you're really interested in working on, I think it's fine. But yeah, it's just kind of boring. 200 to 210 is, you know, you could just monster park your way there as well. That's not a bad alternative. But yeah, again, it really depends on what you have working on. Like, if you don't really feel like playing your main, or you're waiting for Challenger World to make your main, and you're just trying to set up your account, yeah, you could make some stuff. It's just that, yeah, it's just time consuming. 200 to 210 is not that fast. Second mains, you could always work on Legion champions. They're not bad. If you have characters that you're slowly working on for 260 plus, you'd be surprised how much you can get. How much stronger you can get just by grinding on them from 260 to 270. I know, like, it's a big jump in levels, right? 10 levels. But training a character from 260 to 270 is a lot more fun than grinding Legion from 200 to 210. Because you can actually make that character, like, reasonably strong. The fragments really adds up. It really does. And it depends on how you like to train as well. You could always opt to just do like full drop gear and no meso gear. It's a pretty wild way to train, but you could do something like that. Will I be doing Challenger World 3? For sure. Add an alcohol hydrate option. Hell no. Let chat pick his character? No shot. There's no shot you guys are picking my character. Bowmaster. Oh, I just realized I have these boosters. I should be using these. I mean, they're the same thing anyway, but these are going to expire soon. I could just do the easy way for this Challenger World and just make an RL. I did consider that. It would be interesting to play the non-KMS class and see what I can do with it. Who knows, maybe I'll like it enough to main it. What do you guys think? Owes us a Bowmaster. I mean, I could make a Bowmaster, but that's not very interesting. I could make a Bowmaster, get it to CRA. That counts, right? If I solo CRA on the Bowmaster. I can't believe I used to do like 20-minute hard Lotus, 20-minute normal Lotus runs on my blaster. Solo CRA, no links, no Legion. Bring back the Paladin. If there was a way for me to put my Paladin into Challenger World, that could have been a cool idea. I mean, I could actually play my Paladin again. I think that might be a kind of fun idea, like as filler content. See what I can do with it. Yo, raw grind Paladin from 235 to 260. Thoughts? What level is it? Oh, never mind, 230. That's a long grind. And Paladin's mobbing is not very good. Especially without, like, Soljanus. You need free farming to get to 260. Yeah, I think that was a big reason why I was able to do 260 mules with no hyperburn, because those characters actually mobs really well. I think I did something similar to the Xenon. Like, I actually grinded a lot on the Xenon pre 260 as well. Thank you for the hydrate. Am I just a one button farmer? I try to be. I try to be. I'm not out here to slowly, to like actively grind. I used to play back when we had totems and before Soul Janus was a thing, and it was actually pretty common for most players to jump around a map, just in like a circle rotation, and that got really tiring, like really tiring. Is there not enough to get to 260 instantly? Maybe not instantly, unless they bring back Goddess Pass. You probably have to like do at least 1 or 2 days of like dailies to get to 260. That's usually what happens. You can like just manually grind as well, but if you don't do some of the pay to win stuff, you might not be able to do it very fast. I remember it took me like maybe 1 or 2 days to get to 260 the first time. Gave you arthritis? I definitely injured my wrists when I was doing like longer grinding sessions in those days where we were just like running around in a circle clearing things. I will take one button farming with lower rates any day of the week if it means that I don't move around. Need to do some grinding a day or two. Yeah, it's more like if there's Goddess Pass, it might be faster than like by a decent amount. And also it depends on like the cooldown event too. Doesn't that cooldown event also give like level up pots and stuff? I'm sure like there's probably a way to cook getting level 260 pretty quickly. Marksman hero or battle mage for Challenger World and Legion champs? Between all of those, if you wanted it specifically for a Legion champ, I personally found hero and marksman slightly better than Marks. If I'm assuming like all of them are the same strength, right? I would rate Battle Mage the lowest just because like they're all about the same until you get to Carlos. I'm trying to think of it like, I'll be honest, I didn't really feel a difference in terms of like how it felt to boss on the characters, right? But it wasn't until I got to Carlos where I felt like Battle Mage's like 6-minute burst being a bit of a deficit. Because specifically for that boss, sometimes my Battle Mage is not able to 2-burst each segment, and that made it like kind of awkward, personally speaking. So then, you know, it's an easy fix, just get stronger, lol. But I will say that was like my main downside if we're talking that far. But for like Legion champ in general, I think all of them perform pretty well. I think the best movement for sure is Battle Mage, and that by itself makes me want to recommend that more than the others. Marksman and Hero are very similar, but I will give Hero a slight edge over Marksman because the World Reaver, for me, if I play things as a boss mule, I don't expect myself to play it well. The World Reaver, short cooldown iframe, covers my mistakes very nicely, whereas for Marksman, you also do have an iframe, but it's a 60-second cooldown. So yeah. So I guess my my rating is Battle Mage, Hero, Marksman, in that order. That's my personal preference. But in Carlos, I would say Battle Mage is a bit sad on Carlos, just because like the burst isn't that good, and it can make it awkward sometimes for the segments. It's pretty good on Origin, but not so good off Origin. Or it's definitely like worse off Origin. Most people go after Sarah anyway. I know, but like, can't hurt to have more information about a class, right? Oh, one thing that's actually pretty good about Battle Mage is that because it's inherently more of a DPS class, most of the bosses feel pretty chill to fight because your damage is like pretty consistent, like consistently good. Off bursts, your on burst is like not that much better, but it is decent. But for C10E, right, I don't think Battle Mage has like a bad boss matchup, if that makes sense. Because I'm thinking there are a lot of DPS classes that kind of have trouble in P3 Lucid, just as an example. And because of how strong the Origin is, it does make P3 Lucid like a lot more accessible. And then on bosses like Will, because of how like solid the DPS is, it's actually like pretty good throughout the entire fight. Is Battle Mage a support class in Grandest bosses? I mean, it does have supporting capabilities, but I don't think I would consider it a support class. But it definitely has like auras and buffs that give damage to your teammates. I'm only saying that because I don't know what exactly they changed for the supporting capabilities, because they keep nerfing Battle Mage. Originally, I think a lot of people did consider it a support, but they've like steadily decreased the supporting capabilities. I'll be honest, I don't really play my Battle Mage in parties, so I don't know what it provides. I know it provides like some damage and some IED, a little bit of final damage, I think. I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head. But it's not really a support class as like a bishop would be considered. 10% damage, 5% FD. That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, 5% FD, 10 damage, IDs, whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's solid, but yeah, I wouldn't consider it as a support class in the same way you would like maybe consider a bishop. Is there a difference between the boosters? There's no difference. It's just that I had the VIP boosters expiring, so I was using that. The VIP boosters were going to expire in like maybe like 4 or 5 hours. But they're the same. But yeah, about half an hour grind, and I got about, what? Almost 8%. Oh, sorry, 7. Was it 7? Is that 7 or 8? That's 7. So, 1 more hour, and I should be more than enough to be able to level up with just my Monster Park runs. Then I can start working on my hero. To move my vac pet across. Is my vac pet using any? It is. I need to revive this pet. Does this have? Yes, it does have auto buff. Did I see that correctly? I can get a pitch on this character soon. Question is always, which pitch do I go for? Maybe I shouldn't have boomed that eye patch that I had previously. I didn't really respect it, but maybe I should have kept it at 19 or something. I don't even remember if it went to 19. Could opt for a source, I think. And then try to slowly work towards that. I do have a spare sub-pendant, that's pretty good. And then I can star spec that. Anything for a challenger world? Marksman or Xenon? I think both of the classes are pretty solid. The only thing that I will say about Xenon is that the whole, like, rolling for all stats thing, it's not as difficult as, like, people make it out to be. It can be pretty expensive to roll for specifically 2 lines of all stat to get started. Do you know how, like, a lot of people, like, you get to Legendary, and then you roll for like 2 lines of stat somewhere, right? It's a pretty common progression, right? For Xenon, there's a lot of different lines that are about as good as 2 lines of all stat. Like, if you hit, for example, 1 line of all stat, a line of dex, and a line of strength, it's not as good as 2 lines of all stat, but it's like kinda equivalent, right? It's kind of like hitting 18% stat for a normal class versus hitting a 21% stat line. So that's actually not that hard to do. I'm only saying this because it's a very common misconception that like Xenon's like kinda expensive. In the early game, it's not that much different from other classes. Well, later on, when you're trying to go for 3 lines of all stat, definitely more expensive. Hitting specifically 3 lines of all stat is not easy. But at least in the early game, don't be too scared about like the whole cost thing. There's a lot of like settle lines that you can hit. In terms of gameplay between Xenon and Marksman, I'll say like Marksman is a lot more simpler, and I like that about it. Xenon, they've definitely made the class better in terms of like easier to pick up. It's a lot simpler as well, but it is a little bit more involved than Marksman for sure. But yeah, overall though, I do like Xenon as a class. It's got a nice balance between being a strong class and also, you know, being kind of interesting, but not necessarily complex. Yeah, I think that's a way I'd put it. It's not simple, but it's also not complex. Whereas Marksman is very, very straightforward, right? It's very straightforward. I think Xenon as well, like, it can get pretty complex if you try to min-max certain aspects of the damage. There's a skill called Photon Ray or something like that, and it's a 5th job skill that sort of charges up. And there's a lot of ways to maximize the damage that you get from that by syncing it up, charging it but not using it. And then when you have like certain buffs on, then you can use it twice within certain buffs. There's a lot of like optimizations for that class, which is kind of cool. So if you're interested in that, maybe could also consider Xenon a bit more. Man, the Soul the double Soul Erda, I missed this, guys. I actually did. From that previous event that we had, double Soul Erda, I forgot how fast the energy builds up, or rather, how slow. Like, man, you really noticed how slow the energy was building up when the event was gone. Perma booster? It really feels like it. Maybe not permanent, but you get a lot of boosters. There's so much EXP. Can't wait until we get double frag drop rate. I mean, we had that for a short amount of time in Hyperion. I missed that 1.5 times event. That was the best event I've ever participated in, and it's not even close. The fact that it was just as long as you wanted it to be, it was the whole day. It was a whole day. And you could farm as much or as little as you wanted, and it was just 1.5 times drop the entire way. That was the best event in recent memory, bar none. Look, everyone talks about like Twentina, or Twentuna, whatever that is. That event, okay, don't get me wrong, that event was pretty good. But it was a bit tedious in the sense that like, you had to wait 15 minutes for the portal to respawn, right? That was like the reason why I didn't bother min-maxing it. I just didn't care to like wait around. But for me, it's really chill for me to just like sit in a map like this and just grind, right? I could do this while doing other things, playing other games, just chatting in Discord with friends, you know, whatever it is. And you're just like picking up fragments like it's nothing. Thank you, Babu. You got so many frags on the CM? Yeah, it was really good. And it was really easy. And the cherry on top was that the mesos were multiplied by 1.5 as well. So usually when you... I ran out of the Legion wealth, right? But even without the Legion wealth, I was still making close to like $1 bill an hour. Or something like that. It was like 900 mil an hour. It was so free. You were making so many like hexa gains, plus picking up more than enough meso to make it worthwhile. Thanks, Shanks. True. Yeah. Come on, Nexon. Don't be afraid. You can do another Hyperion World Leap. I promise you that people will leap over and won't stay in Kronos. Oh my god. Look at this. Triple Prime. Crazy. Yo, it's got a Mag Baldrix as well. There's somebody in our alliance. Damn. That was crazy. Mag Baldrix is such a flex. Should do Kronos to Hyperion or Kronos to EU? Ah, are you an EU player in NA? How much ping do you get? Because you could always consider getting exit lag if ping is a problem for you. I'm a big believer of exit lag. It really does cut down the ping a lot, and I can't play the game without it. You died out on Golix because you loaded in and forgot to look back at your monitor. Completely free to play? Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, the VPN is just for quality of life, anything. You don't have a key for tomorrow? I guess you're climbing, bro. He's addicted to Slay the Spire. He was too invested in his run, and he forgot he was in Golix. I need some of these medium rarity letters. They don't show up very often, do they, guys? S is cooked, you need so many, yeah. They really should have made medium letters like a smaller pool. I don't know why they made it such a big pool of letters. Look at how many S's there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At least 8. I think I've seen, what, I've seen one here. Have I seen any of these other rare letters? Or like these medium letters? Oh wait, I've seen 3 S's. So by sheer luck, the only medium ones I've seen are the S's. But I need so many of the other ones too. Even with the boosted raids, it was bad. Yeah, I can imagine. Alright, good night, Kalis. Thanks for dropping by, dude. Auto disenchant? Yeah, 100%, dude. The way it is right now is so bad. Manually clicking it in. No, no, no. Well, at least I have something to do when it comes to this event. Still collecting all these papers. I love collecting these papers. And then hoping that I get a rare letter. How's Xenon now with the changes to laser? It's pretty good. The burst sequence is a lot easier to do. Before, Xenon needed to do a lot of charging with the laser. And also it has another skill that you used to need to charge. Now, when you press the buffs, everything is like fully charged. The laser is still a key down, but it's like a normal class key down. It's not like a charging up anymore. So the class is a lot more like in line with how other classes play, where you're front loaded on your burst now. So you can actually like press your skill sequence, bind, and then do your burst. Before you had to like charge a laser, charge your buff, then put down some summons, and then bind the boss, and then skill sequence. It was like really like convoluted, right? Now everything is on the skill sequence, which is great. And yeah, the laser makes sense now. It has a short cooldown, sorry, a short key down, and then it becomes a summon. So yeah, it's pretty good. Back-to-back legendary Especia. Dude, I haven't seen a single chest this yet. Like, I haven't seen one yet. Still very rare, yeah. I thought they increased the occurrence of it on this. Nor is that not how they tried. Yeah, I thought they made it more common. But I haven't seen a single one yet. Today. Yes, look at this flame, guys. 163 and 6. That is crazy. Quad tier 6 with a tier 7 hybrid. Holy crap. It's probably the best glove flame I've seen. Increased spawn rate could be increased 0.1. It could be increased 0.01. They're not wrong. Alright, I don't need to make any more boosters, I think. Because I think Monster Park should push me over to the 275. Keeping an eye on my emails because I'm expecting a parcel to come in. So I don't wanna leave it outside. Yeah. The chests, they're not spawning. They're not spawning. That's okay. I don't want EXP anyway. It's fine, guys. It's fine. Oh, well, look at that. Watch this. This is just gonna be blue, isn't it? Oh, never mind. Alright. I'm not complaining. I'll take it. He's finally showed up, guys. Just needed to complain a little bit. Have the star spec boxes been up to 12 already, or is it something they're gonna do in a future update? Summer update? That's so jank. Can't believe they didn't apply it now. Makes no difference. I need to save up my fragments. Alright, don't spend them. Don't spend them. I have 47. Oh, am I really going to be able to farm 125 by crown though? Will I get to 125? We'll see. Maybe I keep grinding on this character until I hit 125 fragments. No video recently. I'm working on like sort of an account. Wait, what did I say it was gonna be? Like an account showcase for Hecate? Yeah, the new common skill. A stronger event proc or booster? I think the booster gives you more EXP than the event procs. How's the progress on the last Star Forcing event? I didn't do a stream or recorded anything on the last Star Forcing event. Because that was the weekend when I went interstate. And then I got home, and then on Sunday I was just like too tired. So I just like Star Forced. Just like off stream, I was just chilling. And I'm kinda sad that I didn't record it or stream it, because that was probably one of the most insane Star Forcing events I think I've ever had. I think in that Star Forcing event, I hit like 23 stars or something like that. Something stupid. I hit so many 23 stars that event. And I was just messing around too, because my mules, I was just laddering slime rings. And then it's just, I get 22 slime rings and I go for 23. That's just what you do, right? Like, because my mules are getting to the point where, well, I'm going to try to 22 their slime rings. If they have Carnage treasures, I'll try to 22 them as well, so that I can get, you know, better sup rings. You know, just stuff like that. Just cleaning up the characters, getting everything to a nice star. And every once in a while, they do get, you know, 22 star, like, duplicates. And then I just try tapping both of them, because you might as well ladder them. I think the wildest one was probably my Battle Mage. One of my friends was like, go tap your Battle Mage's eye patch. You have like a few of them spare. So I tapped just like a new eye patch. It went to 23. So I tapped my existing one. It went to 23. So I just had 2 23 eye patches. And then tried for 24, of course. Didn't go, but the fact that I hit 2 23s there is so dumb. Meanwhile, then you have other characters can't even get past 18. I think my Blaze Wizard, its belts all boomed at 18. 18 to 19, every time. Whap on Palinka. Dude, I'll whap on Palinka if you give me 50 gifted subs. I'll turn Palinka from whatever it is now into a C10 mule. No cap. 50 gifted. Just from you though. Specifically just from you. Doesn't count if it comes from anybody else. It has to be from you. This is not a crowdfunding experience. This is JH feeds me. PayPal you. Oh, no, this is a loophole. There's no way. I should have put it more than 50 gifted. Actually, how much is 50 gifted? It's like $5 each, right? It's $250. So I'm asking for $120 after reductions. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. You guys don't want to see me make a C10 Bowmaster. It's really not worth it. It's just gonna end up like this guy. I'm gonna get it to C10. It's gonna take 10 minutes per boss, and I'm not gonna play it. Don't do it. What's the dono price? The dono price is specifically only JH 50 gifted subs. No loopholes around here. You can't be donating to JH so then he can donate back. That doesn't work like that. Alright, what are we at? 93%. Okay, I have two choices. I could actually do another half an hour grind, or I can do Monster Park. What do you guys reckon? Half an hour grind for the fragments doesn't seem bad. But I guess probably smarter to just do the Monster Park. Suffer less? I feel like me doing Monster Park is me suffering more. But just for you, I'll do Monster Park. JH is going through his budget right now. He's been really quiet. Either that or he's starting himself a crowdfunding. What would I do if somebody anonymously gave 50 gifted subs? I will say thank you, and I would appreciate the anonymous gift. I would very much appreciate that. But sorry, the Bowmaster condition only applies to JH. I need to see Dark UGMS has gifted 50 subs. Dude, I can't even say that with a straight face. It's stupid that I'm even like putting a price on it. But that's why I had to like stop and think about what I said. When I said 50, I had to specify that it was from JH because I don't want to do another like crowdfunding experience and play Blaster for 2 months and get really sad every week doing a 20-minute normal Lotus on it. I would claim to be anonymous. Yeah, you would. Last time I did that, I spent 2 black hearts on my Blaster. That's what happened. Did 80 Afterlands, dude. The Afterlands was probably one of the worst things that happened. I still need to do that. Cadena? Nah. No, we're not putting numbers on classes here, guys. We're not doing this. But hypothetically speaking, how much would you guys pay for it? You know, asking for a friend. I actually have thought about this, right? I thought about doing a bar. Because Tilda, every once in a while... I appreciate this, by the way, so just shout out first to Tilda for, like, randomly donating every once in a while. What if I had a bar that just, like, slowly counted all the donations, gifteds, and, you know, whatever it is. Kind of like with my subathon, which is like a donation bar sort of thing. And after it hits a certain point, it will reset back to 0, and then I zero out. Like, whatever amount of money that I have on my account, if the bar fills up to a certain number of monetary gains for me, then I would just zero out. I have thought about that as a joke. Automate this bar? I mean, I will find out how to. I mean, I tried to do it last time, it just didn't work. Shanks would make me zero out a lot. Really depends on what number I put it. Dude, Shanks making me zero out right before the Shining Star Force was probably one of the worst things that's ever happened to my account. Like, I had 120 bill prior to that. It went down to 0. I didn't make any gains. At least I don't remember making gains. And then I went to Shining with like 30 bill. Actually, no. Was that the same time that my Wild Hunter raw tapped the 22 source? Yeah, I remember the belts boomed, but I must have hit something else. Was that the same one as my Wild Hunter raw tapping that source to 22? It might have been. Oh, my Xenon also 22 didn't ET. Never mind, Shanks was the GOAT. He's the GOAT. That was a W0 out. I actually had two 22 ETs and two 22 sources. I remember now. I should have kept them in hindsight, but man, imagine the glory of hitting that 22 to 23 tap pre-patch. Crazy. Could have been a 25 ET. But yeah, right now my belts are just booming everywhere anyway. It doesn't matter. There's nothing I can do about it. The belts are just... they're never getting there, guys. Do you guys think I'll level up from Monster Park with this? I'm at like 93-ish percent, 93.5. Do I get 1% per run at this level? Let me have a quick look. Apparently for Monster Park, each run gives me 1.2% with a little bit of a bonus. Can I do the full Shang story? You know, like, in a lot of different cases, I might have considered doing the story again. But I think the Shang storyline was probably the most, like, convoluted and least interesting one for me. It was just a lot of teleporting around. And you're kind of just chasing the guy. Like, up and down the ladders. And then you fight Carling, and then she dies. And then that's not even the end of the story. Like, it's such an anticlimactic story. Spoilers, by the way, Carling dies. But yeah, she literally just, like, you beat her, and she vanishes. That's it. End of story. Every single other character or villain up until that point had, like, a dramatic end. Carling just, like, literally fades out of existence. But yeah, it's very, very anticlimactic. Waiting for the 10k subathon. Well, I haven't even fulfilled my subathon goals yet. It's been 8 months. This Ring Fit stream will happen. This Afterland stream, unfortunately, also has to happen. What if I do them on the same day? It's a fulfillment stream. Start off with the Ring Fit, and then wind down with Afterlands, because I will probably be hurting. Both at the same time. I don't know about that one. Well, you need to do the Cassian storyline when you hit 285 first time, but it allowed you to skip. I think that's a new change. I think that's a new change. You don't have to do any of the stories anymore, I think. You got that new camera? The new camera is so sick, actually. I'm glad I tried it out. How many of you guys were there for the Gundam stream? Like, I was just testing out the camera and just figuring out the setup. Also figuring out how to make it so that it doesn't die on stream. That was actually a good, test streams for it. Because the camera did like run out of battery pretty quickly, so I needed to make sure there was a way for it to stay charged. Yeah, the camera quality was really nice. You can leave it plugged in. So originally it didn't draw enough power from my motherboard, because obviously my computer is not made for well, this computer was not really made for fast charging, right? So I needed to find a way to fast charge the camera while it was plugged into my computer as a webcam. Because it's a pretty powerful webcam, and its internal battery like drains pretty quickly. So I got myself a powered USB hub, And that seems to have fixed it. It like drains significantly slower. So I think the first stream that I did with the camera, I did like maybe 1.5 to 2 hours before it drained completely. And then once I plugged it in with the new powered USB hub, I streamed for like maybe also about 2 hours, and it went down about 15%. So that should be more than enough. Look, I'm not going to be doing Ring Fit for more than an hour. I do not have the physical capabilities to do cardio for that long. I might die. The camera won't die, but I might. Exactly. That's exactly the perfect description of it. Treadmill needs to return as a regular event. I mean, it could. It's just a little bit hard to set up. Like, logistically, like, the setup that I had in my living room, to be able to do that was, like, kind of messy. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. I do plan on, like, moving my room around a little bit. Because I wanted to change the background. So maybe soon I'll do like a revamp. I also want to try to get some display cabinets, because my wife and I have been building a lot of like Gundam models and stuff like that, and we're running out of space to display them. So we're gonna look into just getting a display somewhere and figuring out where you guys can see it in the background for a little bit more, something more interesting than just this wall. You know, I actually have a, like, speaking of like Gundam models and stuff like that, I actually have a model kit that kind of looks like JH. You guys want to see it? I just finished my wealthy. You guys want to see it? Hang on. Let's get out of here. Let me go grab it. It looks just like JH. What do you guys think? Looks just like him, huh? This is actually a pretty big figurine. Looks just like him. This is JH. This is my reminder of what he looks like. He's actually supposed to be carrying some plates. Hang on. You know. I don't know if you guys can see the plate. That's him. That's JH. And he sits on top of my display cabinet that's over there. He just sits there, carrying the plates. We used to use it as like a way to put our keys, but it didn't, like, the plates weren't well balanced, and it fell down a lot. There's a non-zero chance that these plates will fall off sometime during the stream, because I kind of just put them down loosely. JH can't carry? Facts. Alright. What else am I going to do? Monster Park. Yes. And if I don't level up from Monster Park, the daily should level me up anyway. Alright. Here's to the end of the Marksman era. Honestly, I've been playing the Marksman for a while. Or at least it feels like I've been playing it for a while. In terms of, like, sticking with one character, I think the Marksman... Honestly, I've been working on it for a while. Yeah, that cat thing was... It's meant to be for like, the front of your house. You know how, like, a lot of people have that little section where they leave their keys and stuff like that? So it's meant to be one of those. So you can, like, put your keys on it or something. But unfortunately, it's not very stable. So, like, the plates that the cat holds a lot, like, tends to fall down. So it's just kind of been sitting there. It was a gift from my, I think it was my cousin. He just thought it was funny, so he bought it and gave it to us. I think it was either for like a Christmas thing or a housewarming. I wouldn't be surprised if it was for a housewarming. It's been in our house for a while now. Actually, shout out to that same cousin. He bought us for, I think for either for me or for like a group gift for myself and my wife, one of the best Christmas presents, I think, in the house. He bought us a automatic bin. So it's like one of those bins where like you can wave over the sensor, and then it opens the bin, so you don't have to like open it yourself. And honestly, it's been one of the best things in our house. And it's a massive bin as well. You know you're getting old when you're excited about being gifted a bin for the house. Okay, reset your Monster Park run. I mean, you could. It'll cost the same as a boss reset. Because that's the amount of mental damage that I'm going to personally take if you tell me to reset. Never mind. Save for JH MPE. Well, luckily for JH, I've already run my MP runs this week. God, it's kind of weird getting to the end of this. Actually gonna get 275 on my Marksman. I feel like I've been playing this for so long. It's finally happening. Then we can play back on the hero. I'm a little bit concerned for my hero's like runs because it has definitely the worst rings. It lost the Jenny Pass buffs. I'm not ready for this. At least my now that my Marksman is 275, it does max equal damage to Black Mage. How gated do you think solo prog to grants compared to arcane bosses? I mean, it's the newer content. It's definitely a lot slower to solo prog the grandest bosses. Their HPs are significantly higher. The power creep hasn't like fully gone there yet to do some of the bosses. I'm thinking more of like E-Carling and Carlos. Like you can definitely get there solo, but it'll take you a while. It's because you don't have like the resources to prog quickly. Because like for the arcane bosses, you can definitely do solo up to that with even just Abso gear. You don't even need that much. Now that we have 6 job, right? 6 job definitely helps a lot in terms of damage. And when we eventually get like rentals back, that helps a lot too. But for Grandis, you definitely need a lot more time and patience. And your gear does need to develop a bit more before you can access some of them. Like, I would be pretty surprised if players are able to, like, do end Carlos in a lot of their gear not being at 21, for example. That boss is pretty thick. It's got a lot of HP. I mean, you probably could, but there's a lot of patience involved and a lot of grinding too. No way I'm doing Monster Park. I just need one more run, then I level up. Then I can put the rest of the tickets on my my hero. It's worth it. The Monster Park is worth it to get to 275. I'm doing Monster Park so then I don't have to do Monster Park. Yeah, almost done. Last run. There we go. 275. Now I can do Shangri-La. What? Okay. I hate Monster Park. I do hate Monster Park. But can't deny. Gives good EXP. Now, you guys reckon I'll be able to even, like, do my dailies here? 230! 230 Sacred Force! Oh my god! Yo, this bringing me back. Bringing me back to the days. This is what it was like to play MapleStory on the release of Cernium. This is how it feels like to play unreleased Cernium. And it gets even worse when you get into Arcus. Oh boy. Yeah, no, I'm not doing my dailies on this character. I've seen enough. You know what, I'm just happy I got the symbol. It's fine. That's all I needed. Benched. Benched until I get enough event symbols or like event stats. And then maybe I'll consider like pushing the character. But yeah. How much combat power will this give me? Let's have a look. I'm at 139. 148. Well, 139 to 140.8. Yeah, decent. Decent. I can also reset this. I don't know why I have so many points in my arcane power. For archers, do you want more crit rate as well? I don't even know. Level 10 is fine. Yeah, it's good. Good enough for me. Level 7 is enough? Well, too bad. Do I need any more? Crit damage is not that good here, right? Nah, good enough. I'm just not gonna think about it too much. I'm just chucking points into places. Alright. Gains. Small gains. Very good. Marksman done. Now I'm gonna put the stuff away. Oh, and the fam cards. Look at all these fam cards I saved for my hero. Huge. Speaking of fams, I need to figure out what my hero needs for fams. Oh, man. Because I need to figure out the whole 3 badges situation on that character. Where's the thing? Here it is. Oh, the cool thing about the Frontier, this thing that gives you the 3x coupon and the 5 fragments, you can transfer this. So you get like technically 15 fragments a week that you can transfer. I found out that the hard way, because when you open it, you get all 3 of the things, and it just like dumps it into your character's inventory. I didn't think to check whether or not it was transferable. So I just like randomly have 5 fragments on my Corsair or something now. Just checking my Frontiers. And then, oh, I need to move the vac pet onto my hero. Marksman gear showcase? Yeah, I'll show the gear in a second. I got distracted really quickly, didn't I? Okay. I think my Marksman's gear is in a pretty good spot. Maybe I shouldn't have boomed my patch though. That was maybe a mistake. Yeah, this is the equips. I think most of them are 21 star. If not everything. Raw 3, I got that I think last week. So I'm pretty happy with that. Ramley has like a 21 star pap mark as well. 19 Daybreak, so I'm hoping to get a 21 Daybreak on the Shining. So KWSE, hoping to get a emblem at some point. And yeah. Double crit damage here. And I guess I can show the Hexer as well. Got a reasonable Hexer. And then some Hexer stat. I just need to save, I think, for the new skill, the new common node. I'll just wait for that. Cool. Put everything away. And I need to investigate what badges my hero is missing. I do have a lot of the cards already. I just need to go find them. Because, you know, it takes up a lot of space. What are we missing? I have 2 badges. Oh my god, I'm missing so much. What the? I just randomly have this guy. Just taking a screenshot of all the ones I'm missing. Apparently I've never done anything regarding this map here. Limina. Oh. At least some of these aren't too bad. Some of them are filled up. I've already got 2 badges, so I just need another 8. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. One more afterwards. Gotta be a cart wide soon. I mean, if we don't have a day, I gotta start now. Otherwise I can't play the hero. Okay, and then this one. Nice. Alright, I got the list of fams I need. Let's go into my fam storage. I think it's this guy. But yeah, I think they said that they wanted to make him like account-wide. When they're gonna do that, I have no idea. I'm just gonna assume it's in the summer update, so that's like 2 months from now. I'm not gonna wait 2 months to play my hero. Can't be played because it only has 2 badges unlocked. I mean 2 fams unlocked. I need all of them. It's unplayable. Especially when you want to grind fams. If you want to grind fams, you gotta have them all unlocked. Am I blind? Okay, these are just all random fams, huh? Well, I'm glad that I have these cards, but they don't seem to be the cards I need. Where are my grandest cards and stuff? These are just like miscellaneous fams. Where did I put them? Fire poison? But yeah, I'm at that point in my account where if I'm playing a new character, I should unlock all of them. Aha, found it. This was the one I was looking for. Alright, let's see here. I think I need a lot of these Morass ones. Let me see if I can find the screenshot for Morass. Okay. I already have the cat. Oh no, I also need the Sphero one. Oh, this is so confusing. Why did I do it like this? This is a terrible system. Actually, I don't have any of the Sphero ones. You know, I'm just gonna take one of each. Storage is full. What can I take out here? Oh, these are pretty worthless. I'll just let it expire. We're gonna need multiple trips here. Yeah, we're gonna need multiple trips here. Times like this, I wish I didn't have so much random crap on my inventories. Hello, Shah. Party hat day. Yup. Not me also just trying to figure out my fan badge situation. I mean, I got some of it done. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna go back and forth until I've eaten all the cards. At least I know which ones I'm missing. Oh. Hello. Thank you for following. Welcome. Don't mind me, just doing some fam stuff. Kind of cooked myself in the sense where I don't know what I'm missing, and I'm just passing cards back and forth into my storage. Could have done this in a smarter way, but here we are. Alright, surely I don't need these ones. Okay. And I think the rest of them I have to farm myself. First time is on Twitch? Oh yeah, yeah. I've been streaming on Twitch for like almost a year now, but usually it's just on YouTube. My stream is relatively small here on Twitch. But yeah, welcome. Thank you for joining. Appreciate the support. Let's see. What's this? Failed subject. Okay. Now I need to farm the rest of them, I believe. I'll just farm here. It's such a useless badge, actually. I unlocked the magic one. Okay. Labyrinth. Which ones am I missing? I'm missing Scout and Assassin. Where's the Scout? It's over here somewhere? When you did min clear 4-door on Jet. On Jet? That, okay, now that is crazy. You saw me playing on my Jet and doing 4-door, that is an OG stream, holy. 4-door? You know, I actually still remember one of the first times I tried to do 4-door on my Jet. It was when, like, I was in the ship and then I got hit by the Queen pull. You know, the one where she, makes you walk into the mirror. I remember that. And then my character was just like zooming back and forth and I had like literally no control over the character. Okay. Oh, I need to swap over to drop. Should I get a drop coupon as well? Do I have a spare drop coupon on me? I do not see one. Alright. Next up, Assassin. You miss Jet. I miss Jet a little bit. You know, the sad part about this is, at some point that rune thing is gonna make me what's it called? Make me lose a lot of drop rate unless I proc it. Which is definitely not what I want to do. I want to proc it now. Alright. I need both of these guys here. Let me get a drop coupon first. I think I will just pop the rune and just be sad about it. You can farm it on another character. That's true. But it's more like this character has max drop as well. It's just convenient to farm on this character. Okay, surely I don't need more than like 20 minutes. It's alright. I'll just pop the rune. It's not that big of a deal. It's just easy for me to see what I'm missing on this character. Where's my fam? There it is. And now we watch our inventory very carefully. So I need one of each of these ones. Thankfully, it's not too difficult here. We have Dusk as well. Dusk helps a lot with the fam. I can't wait to do this all over again in Challenger World 3, by the way. I think it's this one that I'm missing. What am I gonna make? I'm honestly not sure. I was going to make Kinesis, but Kinesis update is in part 2. So I'm like not inclined to play it. Sorry, my sister is like trying to figure out something. Alright. Oh, Mulchi. Alright, that's limiter done. What do we have here? Ocean badge. Need this one. Keeper of Light. Dark Executor. Okay. Wait, which one was it? This one. Yeah, what are you guys making in Challenger World 3? I'm kind of tempted to make an RL. Just for the fun of it. I know it's like non-KMS class, but also GMS exclusive class. I've been there before. But, you know, Sia's in a pretty good spot. Surely RL's in a good spot, right? Even though we know nothing about it. Have I even made the Sia? Don't worry about that. Sorry, there's a bunch of stuff that's happening at the same time. I need to figure out a few things. Where's my fam card? Okay. Oh, I look up and it's already there. I think that I need the Keeper of Light. Nice. And this one up here. Thank you, Jason. The playstyle? Yeah. Playstyle should be fine. It's more like how are they gonna do stuff with the other class. You guys reckon that Arel's gonna have the same like Urda Link thing as Sia? Have they confirmed that? Surely they didn't just make that system and then made it Sia exclusive. It would be kind of funny if they made Arel with a normal 6-job system like everybody else. That would be pretty funny. What? There we go. Am I maxed out here? What's next? It's for all Shine classes? I see. For the Swamp, I need B and the 2 gangsters. What, I don't have Blue Shadow? Have I never eaten a Blue Shadow? Okay, now that's crazy. Okay. Morass is definitely one of the worst ones. Because of the whole, like the maps just, they don't have like individual maps for mobs. They all share. Sometimes it's not a bad thing, but usually it's annoying. Waiting for the summer patch? Yeah, but for me, I want to play my hero now. My Marksman just got to 275, so I want to grind this character to 275. Still want the badges for stats? Yeah, it's so minimal though. Especially for a mule. 1% attack, it's like whatever. Like for each individual badge, that is. Like, if you can convince me that, like, that 3% is gonna make a noticeable difference, then I might consider it, but I don't think that'll be the case. It's just like, I feel like there's just more productive things to do. I would rather forego the 3% attack if it means that I just do something else. Okay, now I need the stupid wizard to drop me the card. This is the worst. This one in particular. They don't share maps. Oh my god, it actually dropped quickly. Nice. Right, what's next? Holy badge. I need the foot soldier and the archer. Could recube for 10%? Hell nah, I ain't recubing anything. Oh, spending money. Guys, I don't spend off event. We're out here trying to make gains only on event, you know? Them's the rules. I don't make them. Biggest cap you've heard today? What do you mean, man? I don't remember the last time I spent on it. Spent off event. Yo, where's my fam card? I just need one. Come on, man. It'll be funny. What if I scroll up and it's just there? How did I know? You could have forced a hand. You know, every once in a while, somebody does make me just spend 2 bill for no reason. It does happen. I'm actually kind of surprised I never actually used that card. Right. What are we missing now? Missing Seagull and Flora Assassin. Kana Glove Incident. What do you mean? That was an event. It's just not a happy event. The event was the Inkwell notes dropped. That counts. Magician, Soldier, Assassin. Nice. What do we need here? Wait, I can't tell. Is it just this guy? Really, I never got a spare Desperado. That is surprising. I think after this one I need to do Lionheart Castle? Is that what it's called? I think I need a few from there. So yeah, actually for this character I did collect 2 of most of the cards when I was working on my Marksman. I grabbed 2 of most of them. It's just like the either fast spawn rate ones, like this one, I didn't really go for 2 if it didn't drop. And then the ones that were really slow, I gave up. Or maybe I just got unlucky. It'll be worth it. I can start getting more fams. Try to get myself 1 more boss damage fam. Or attack fam. Both are good. There we go. So, how many badges? Got 9. Okay. So I just need to do this one now. Let's see, Vulture and Castle Golem. Hopefully this one doesn't take too long. Don't really want to pop a rune here. But I may have to. This one is quite painful. The spawn rate's like kinda low. If I get the drop rate thing, I might just jump onto another character to do it. Because I kinda want three runes on a coupon. It's times like this when people tell me that to get 3 badges or three fams, it only takes like 10 minutes. That one comment lives rent free in my head. Somebody said that once. It's like, why don't you go unlock your 3rd fam slot? It takes like 10 minutes. I want to live in the world that guy lives in. It takes longer than 10 minutes just teleporting around. Minutes per badge? Honestly, it really depends on which one it is. Because even if you average 1 minute per card, that's like on the unlucky side for some of the maps too. that's like an hour. Oh. Nice. Okay, I got lucky with these ones. These ones in the Lionheart Castle, or Lion King Castle, is kind of slow sometimes. Alright, we're done. So what I will do is I'll set up my badges as well. Let's see if I can get myself decent badges. There's this one, this IED, damage, attack. Did I put this one in already? I did. I get one bonus one. Because one of them is just like magic attack, right? Yeah, sure, 5 HP. So that's my bossing loadout, and then I'll go to a training. There we go. Nice. Now I can actually grind on my hero. How do I grind on this character? I've forgotten how to play on this character. I just remember Burning Soul Blade. You need to press down and press it. You got 2 sets of fam on your main characters. It took so long. Yeah. It does. Let's grab those. Get some MVPs. Do I have wealths on this character? I have 15. That should be enough for now, right? I just grab like 50. Grab some of these. I think I had some spare 3x coupons in here as well. Yep. And do I have any spare Roro nodes? Am I blind? I think I got a few of them on some of my characters. Let me go have a quick look. I think my Ren might have gotten like a bunch of them. It was either my Ren or my Corsair. Where are my Roros? It's definitely not here. I thought I had some in my storage. I thought I got a bunch. Maybe it was EXP nodes. And I'm mixing them up. Oh no, there they are. They were in my storage. Can you buy them? I don't think you can transfer them. If you buy them in the shop, it's like, I think it might be account bound or character bound. I wouldn't be surprised if it was character bound if you buy them. Crazy to me that these Roro nodes used to be just like 1 day. It says transferable. Well, that's good. I definitely wouldn't have been surprised if it wasn't transferable though. Okay, I do remember farming here. Which cards should I farm though? Let's make some of those dogs that I farmed on my Marksman. Oh, maybe do 10 at a time, perhaps. Oh my god, this is my legacy character, so then it has so many fam slots. You guys see this? Wait, how do I lock them? I have 200 fam slots. I forgot about that. Wait, do I already have three damage fams? I don't feel like I did. I have drop rate. Just quickly having a look. Oh, look at this. 9% magic attack on the hero. I got a lot of IAD fams, holy crap. 6% attack. And 20 boss damage, okay. No, I didn't upgrade. What's the plan after 275 hero? I don't know actually. I haven't thought that far. I haven't thought that far yet. I don't remember where I put my summons. And did I lock it afterwards? I'm so confused. My pets are also confused. They're not looting anything. I think I just let Dusk do everything from here. $290 Cannon Master. I don't know about that one. That one's definitely not happening. I think I used to leave it up here. Not happening until Crown? No. It's just not happening. Oh, I didn't start any of my events. Participate. What the? What is swap sides? I have to be in town to start this? Oh, that's annoying. I kinda do want the procs, hey. Should have started this first. Oops, wrong thing. Why did it swap sides? Wait, where's the thing? This one? Yeah, those are the event procs. But yeah, nah, I'm not playing my Cannon Master for a very long time. Oh, I summoned the wrong one. Oh, I've been here before. At least I got the chest. That's kind of nice. Oh, it's green. That's a good start. On the hero era? Yes, sir. You know, I could be also pretty lazy and just go farm in the other map. Why do I make this difficult on myself? You should right-click it? Yeah, I did right-click it, but I'm an idiot. And then I pressed down again. Yeah, nothing is stopping me from just farming here. Efficiency be damned. I'm farming these dogs. Why even bother making it difficult for myself? But yeah, I have it right-clicked on the summon, but because I pressed down again, it turned off the summon. Gotta migrate to resistance after cash shop transfer. No, after that, isn't crown happening? Or like in the similar time frame? Should I be making boosters? I feel like I should. I have a lot. But I don't know what I'm working on in terms of my Hexa right now. I don't know what's going on. Let's see if this summon's even good on this map. Okay, it's pretty good. It is pretty good. It ends the day before Crown, yeah. So I won't be playing my Resistance characters. Because Crown's gonna happen and I'll be playing Challenger World for an indefinite amount of time. Can I main Aurel? I did say that I was considering it. I did consider it, JH. Oh my god, I have like no fragments on this character at all. Spawn me an emblem when you leap. Can you spawn Plunger an emblem? My Marksman sorely needs an emblem. Boss with me in Challenger World? I mean, technically we could. We could do that. But what if I just play solo the whole time? Stop running with Mercsphere if you want the emblem. How many eye patches have you seen? Let me see. I've only been tracking since September last year. Does it tell me how many of each I've seen? I'm trying to... Oh, my collection. Here we go. I have seen 7 across 11 characters. Yes. I've seen 7 eye patches across 11 characters within the last 7 months. So across 11 characters, I'm seeing one on average a month. Or just like random characters. I don't know... There's no consistency. But they might also include the ones that I blew up and not necessarily seen as drops. So yeah, let's see. 7 months, 11 characters. How many weeks is that? So let's say like about 30 weeks. So across, what, 330 runs, I've seen 7. So one every 4 to 5 wait. 1 every 45 runs on average. No, those numbers are not glorious. 1 every 45 runs. Yo, those numbers adding up. That's correct, right? I'm not crazy. 7 months, 7 eye patches across 11 characters. Roughly 300 runs. Damn. That's a lot of runs for one drop. Yeah, I think those numbers are a little bit skewed because it also includes the ones I already had, and then I blew up. Yeah. Pitch is not easy to come by, hey. You gotta run a lot of bosses and just hope that it drops on the right character as well. Because I definitely see pitch, like, pretty often, but it's never, like, consistent on any character. It's completely random. Some characters get, like, bits and pieces every once in a while. You know, in hindsight, I could just be farming with Dawn. I don't need to put the sword in the middle like this. That's alright. I feel like I made this more active than it should be. Don't think about it too much. We're just here to pick up stuff off the floor. Looks like I have all the buffs on as well. How many of you guys put points into anything that isn't boss damage for your event buffs? Anyone do that? Because I just put everything into boss damage and Monster Park. Went Sacred Force? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Maybe I should have done that too, instead of boss damage. If I went Sacred Force, maybe I could have been doing Encals on my Ren and my Corsair. I think... Oh no, my Ren can't do it, but my Corsair might be able to. Ah, but 25-minute run on Corsair seems kind of painful. Push for 290 so EXP for you? That's fair. That's fair. I mean, if you don't really need the damage from anything, the EXP is like, you take it. Alright, how many of you guys have finished up your hasty Venerate? Who's already done the 200,000 mobs? How many of you guys are WAP demons? Hello, Shanks. Yo, 291? Grats. Yo, I bet you've already finished it. You've already finished it, Quad? 200,000 mobs is crazy. It's a lot of mobs. couple of days ago. Yeah, hold up, a couple of days ago. This guy finished it on reset. Actually, if you do 18k rates, that's like 10 hours, right? I mean, for some people, that's like light work. Yep. For example, Shanks. Light work for Shanks. Just casually 10 hours done. Easy peasy. I will say, it is pretty easy to motivate yourself to do WAPs on Hasty. Like, the EXP numbers are pretty nice. And the runes coming back often. Constantly getting boosters. It's very nice. Heaps of EXP. 8T today and you didn't even sweat. 7% to 290. Yo. That's big. Hard limbo as well. Crazy. Is there a big difference between normal limbo and hard limbo in terms of like mechanics? I'd imagine a lot of the stuff you get hit by gauges you more. But other than that, is there much of a difference or not? Big difference, you actually erode. But I mean, like, mechanically speaking, is there any differences? Like, ideally you don't get hit by anything anyway. It's very easy. I'm more thinking like, are there things that didn't used to erode, now they do? I'm thinking for like hard adversary to normal adversary. Because like, mechanically speaking, the fact that everything makes you lose your gauge makes the parrying like 10 times more important. Whereas like in normal adversary, if you miss a parry or two, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. I mean, if it makes you erode more, that's all I was really curious about. It doesn't recover as quickly. That's fair. So you actually need to try to cleanse pretty consistently, basically. Like my favorite, P22. P2 Part 2. I have nightmares about P2 Part 2. And the slime. That slime. #1 op. For sure. Tested in P3 was a gauge. I mean, testing is not the worst thing to happen if you have plenty of damage for it, hey. It's not a bad thing to gauge, necessarily, in P3. It's just a waste of time. Yeah, as long as you don't go into test on your burst. You're right. Dude, imagine you start your origin burst and you go into test. Holy... Energy drinks stocked up to finish the grind between today and tomorrow. Damn, this guy's cooking. Cooking for EXP. Yeah, I am also on my grind. We're getting to 275 on this hero eventually. I wonder how long it'll take me to get to 275. If I get to 275 within the end of the week, then what the hell do I do? Like, what's my plan? I didn't really have that much lined up for myself for this event. Raw Dog 260, there's no shot I do that. Nope. Mech Xenon? Oh, this is like... Then I have to revive that Vac pet, and it feels just bad. I guess it is a whole month, hey. Or, what if I take a whole month off of playing Maple Story? I spend the next month just making videos. No streams. Come suffer with you? Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. JH would have withdrawals. Look, it wouldn't be crazy to say that, like, for some some of you guys have just been like, I've just been background noise for so long now. I kind of felt the same when I was like just having certain streamers in the background, and then when they don't stream, I'm like, where's my background noise? I feel the same way. I kind of understand. You know, we know that this gameplay is not, you're not here for gameplay most of the time. Actually, the only gameplay that you guys are here for is to watch me like run it down on some bosses, and sometimes it ends poorly for me. Need you to WAP. We can all train together. We can all train together. Oh, speaking of which, I need to check this. Okay, we're okay here. It's crazy that I can do 100 at a time here. Alright. Let's see what we get here. Probably nothing. Alright, what will we see first, guys? Will I see a 30% boss, 20% boss, or 6% attack first? Or if it's spicy, what if I get 110 drop rate? Holy. 110 drop would be spicy, actually. Because I have 100 here. 110's not bad. I wouldn't mind a better drop fam as well. I don't really like that my character's outlined in black. But, that's fine. Can't complain. Large drop is large drop. Yep. I kind of hope that I hit a 40% boss damage, because that will mean that I don't need to go for a third damage fam. Because I told myself that I will settle on 40. Because that basically puts my boss damage fams at 30 and 30. And I would have settled on double 30. But if I get a 6% attack, then I'll have, I think, 2 6% attacks and a 20. Which is on the low end. Yeah. Because 20 gets beaten out by 6 attack, and 6 attack's not too hard to get, so... Yeah. I think I would only be sad if I'm going for, like, a replacement for the 20 boss and I get another 20 boss. Then I'd be a little bit sad. Also, did I see that right? Was this character a hybrid attack? What did I just see there? Look at that. Look at that value for a mule. 6 attack, 3 damage. W. That's value right there. With the boosters and the event proc so far, I'm getting like a good amount of EXP. It's probably close to like 7% every half an hour, 15% an hour. That's good rates. So I could actually probably get to 275 within the week if I do the rest of the stuff. Your most farm map, this one? Maybe up there. But that's just because I'm lazy. I think in terms of overall play time, it's got to be one of the Limiter maps. Either one of the Limiter maps or Top Deck 6. I spent a lot of time in Top Deck 6. It's just that I've done this map on multiple characters, right? So it looks like I've been here forever. But I think I spent a lot of time in TD6. It's either TD6 or Arcana. I'm not sure which one. I farmed a hell of a lot on my Arcana back then. Or maybe it's one of the Arcus maps, because that's when I was pushing my jet to like 280. I spent a lot of time in Arcus. Gotta do it again in Challenger World 3. I'm gonna be back here in Challenger World 3. Trust me. I'm still trying to think of like an interesting way to make myself a challenge in Challenger World 3. I haven't decided on what rules I want to impose on myself yet. But I think it'll be fun to try to like change things up a bit. Must use Japanese gear and cannot use item burning. Not the Japanese gear. I still can't believe I did that back then. Is the EXP rates... Oh, is it better or worse? It's about the same. Because after you do certain missions and get enough points in Challenger World, it gives you buffs. Kind of similar to how Lynx and Legion gives you buffs. You know how like you get like extra boss damage, crit rate, IED, EXP, Meso obtained even. Like, in Challenger World, after you get enough points, you unlock these buffs. So, actually for some people, Challenger World is better than it would be in the regular, like in your regular server. Because after you get enough points, you get basically the equivalent of 8k Legion, maybe around there. And some people just don't even have 8k Legion. Like if you're a brand new player or returning player, you might have like, you know, anywhere between 6k and 0. Challenger World gives you a hell of a lot of buffs for completing the missions. And the missions involve like daily check-ins, killing mobs, I think, killing bosses. Yeah. You have 9.5? Yeah, from my perspective, I'm on 10k Legion, right? I didn't really notice that much of a difference in Challenger World. I'm sure that there is a numerical difference between the two worlds, but I didn't really care that much about min-maxing my damage, and I genuinely did not notice that much of a difference. Why is my character black? It's my fam. While I have large drop on me, it turns my character black. Was my Ren fully solo prog? I think it was. I don't remember doing any party bosses. I remember being very concerned about the first week because we had our Genesis Pass and we wanted to do our C10 runs. But everybody had already cleared it or given up on it. And I really wanted like the points for my Genesis Pass, so I think I like considered doing a party run. I don't remember if I did do a party run though. Maybe I did? I can't remember, but I feel like I did most of it solo. You can definitely get pretty far playing solo though, for sure. If you're willing to put the effort into farming, like specifically Meso, you can do like a decent amount of the content. I think the biggest drawback for being in Challenger World is that your arcane situation is completely up to luck. Getting arcanes is up to luck. But then again, in the upcoming item burn, it goes up to 22. So maybe that doesn't matter as much. But in the previous one, 18-star arcanes was a pretty like decent jump in damage. But if we're getting this new item burn, I think it goes all the way to 22 stars. So arcanes are not as like as important as a progression step as it is or it is right now. It does take a long time to get there. It's more like you're kind of guaranteed it eventually. Whereas like your arcanes, I mean technically you are guaranteed arcanes eventually as well, but you are still kind of at the whims of RNG drops. At least for the 22-star gear, it's like it's kind of, you're just following the missions, right? Has 30 and turned to red. Yeah. Skip arcanes to 18-star Eternals. Yeah, that's a crazy prospect. So yeah, the Challenger World 3 character will definitely end up being stronger than any of my existing mules. I expect it to overtake my Battle Mage, which is my second strongest character. I don't expect it to get to, like, my Cannon Masters, but, you know, we'll take what we get. Yeah, we'll see what happens. That's kind of why I kind of want to pick a character I like. Because if I'm ever going to pick a main, this is going to be the one. This is going to be the character that will be, like, my main. The only thing that it won't have are, like, the RNG pitch drops. But if I were to push any character to 290, this would be the Challenger World character to do it. That's why I'm, like, kind of thinking about it somewhat more seriously. I am kind of also not worrying about it, because I tend not to, you know, fuss, but I think I would like to pick something that might be able to be mained, because the character will grow pretty fast. Nope, just jumped off the map. Guys, is it finally time for me to make another Corsair? Nah, I wouldn't do that. So not Blaster? No, not Blaster. I actually already have a Blaster. It's like level 230 something. I used to play it as an Enlomian character. Third Blaze Wizard. Let's go. Third Blaze Wizard. Nah, third Blaze would be mad. Harrell? D-Lib before JH? That's not happening, dude. Coping really hard that Phantom would yield good return on investment? Possibly. Ooh. A box. I wonder if I'll get an Especia at some point. Your live showed up on YouTube Shorts. I don't control anything. Oh wow, that's another legendary. You got 3 Especias yesterday. I've seen 1 Especia over the last however long, and I got it while doing my dailies, man. Come on. I don't mind that it was blue, but why is it gonna be when I'm doing my dailies? Just rare? I mean, rare's still good. Rare's still good. Might get summer news before Challenger World. This way decisions. That's true. But yeah, I'm not like super decided on what I want to play. I am definitely leaning towards like an Explorer class still, just because I know my Vac pets are there. Technically, I can move around my Vacs anyway, but I am still leaning towards it. All right, good luck, Kalis. On your sleeping. Oh, when you finish these 2 unique fams. Honestly, yeah, fair. I mean, I will probably finish them soon. The hard part would be like clicking the cards in. What if I, after all this time putting it off, finally make the Bowmaster? Play Dark Knight and Gap Fanda. What do you mean gap him, dude? Have you seen this guy's flames? You'd unsub. Lara? Oh no, man. Thunderbreaker. Probably not Thunderbreaker. I feel like those are too many inputs for me. I can't be playing classes that have high number of inputs. I might have considered like a higher input class a long time ago. I just had one of my friends just out of the blue message me, "Hey, do you have any experience playing Sia?" I just said to them, "I'll be honest, I don't even have one." And they're like, "Never mind." They just ended the conversation. Sounds like I would enjoy Bowmaster. I also like being able to make MapleStory content that's interesting. Kek W. I could actually just play RL and then just cop all the things that might come with playing a GMS specific class. Because like a lot of people were like, oh, non-KMS is good. It's not about non-KMS, it's about GMS specific. GMS exclusive classes are the scary ones. Non-KMS is fine. GMS exclusive is scary. That's my take. Relive the jet treatment, pretty much. Because it really felt like all of the other non-KMS classes still got like something going for them. Look, actually wasn't Beast Tamer for a while also a GMS exclusive? In a way? Like it started off in GMS and then went into other servers, no? I thought TMS didn't have a Beast Tamer and they picked it up. Or am I making that up? Like I don't think Beast Tamer was in other servers. And then TMS made it into a monster, WTMS. Why didn't they pick up the jet too? Come on, man. You just hit 290. Hey, congrats on 290. That's big. Welcome to Talahart. Enjoy your stay. You'll be there for a while. You'll be there for a long time. Well, to be honest, getting stuck in Talahart's not the worst thing anyway. The maps look pretty good. That's all it is, right? Maps are easy. And you're only just really farming frags too. The levels stop mattering after 290 for a little bit. That's where the real farming starts. 18k frag short with Hecate coming out. Exactly. At least now you made it to 290 and you can farm in a chill area. Like I've seen like some of the map layouts. It looks pretty good. Yeah. Welcome to Tal. I'm not there. I can still say welcome and I'm not there. Let me be happy for somebody, JH. Let me be happy for him. Come on, man. JH is always checking me. You know the worst thing about this is, like, usually I had, like, something to say back to him, something snarky, but, like, slowly all the things that I had to say to him, he's, like, actually achieving. It's like, remember that period of time where he was begging for an ET? Now he has an ET and he's a changed man, you know? With the amount of support available in Challenge World, it's possible this year. Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's also because of, like, they'll be giving us a lot more ways to get EXP. Like, for example, we'll have, what's that thing called? Like that new strawberry farm, that gives hella EXP. Monster Park gets buffed. You know, it's good stuff. JH is still not delibed. Yeah, but I can't make fun of him for something that I also haven't achieved, right? That doesn't make sense. I can't laugh at him for being not delibed when I haven't even cleared my Seren mission yet. That doesn't work like that. You can talk about your raw 4, yeah, but I don't have a raw 5, so that doesn't mean anything. I had that ET over you because I had mules with 21 ETs and JH didn't have it on his main. That's funny. Everything else, I got nothing. Even without them, you're gapped by some Rens? Dude, it's just all Hexagap, isn't it? It's all Hexagap. Oh my god, I can put 150 cards at a time. That is nuts. Legacy privilege. I think I just gotta... Oh my god, they're both one-tapped. That is nuts. Oh, Kalis is about to get put to sleep. Like, actually sleep. Alright. See what we get. Oh, we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way. You guys remember this? It's been a while since I've done this. How do I have 200 slots? It's an old thing. When they did the fam revamp like 5 years ago, they gave people like these fam slots, and I put it on this character. This is a long time ago. Okay, there is... No! I was gonna say, if it has a HP line, maybe it's a hybrid. Ah, top line's cooked. I can cope on the bottom line. Come on, 30 boss on the bottom. It's so over, guys. Alright. It's okay. It's just the first 2 fams. You can buy them now, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's pretty expensive. Yeah, 5 slots for 1k. Yeah, it's kind of cooked. Oh. Gapped in level. Some people are 290 in Challenger World too. Yeah, that is actually crazy. Oh, I can check the frontier stuff too. Hey, that's a pretty good fam. Look at that. Same element plus 8. Yes, sir. I'll take it. I didn't actually check these. Wait, that's pretty good. Same element plus 2 times 1.6. Same element 8. Same element 1.6. I think I already have like at least one lineup on this character. Hell yeah, outline, yep. I mean, the outline is pretty good because it's my drop fam. Could be worse. Could be worse. What'd you miss? Nothing. My Marksman, no, my Marksman made 275. That's what you missed. But that's not that exciting. It's not that exciting. Oh, pop the rune. I forgot to pop boosters. Oops. But yeah, pretty good EXP though. We love haste. Haste gives a lot of stuff. Oh, Rune of Blessing. I'll take that. Pushing 275 on mules, pretty much. I like a little bit of consistency on my lineup. 275 plus. After this, it's like Mechanic and Xenon are the only ones that are 270. So I might consider pushing them.
We'll see.
I still need to figure out what I want to play on Challenger World. Honestly, a rel doesn't seem like a bad idea. Doesn't seem like a bad idea. What if I just full send that? And see how far I can push it. Keep it in Challenger World 3 for a while. It's just gonna be a matter of like, I hope I like the class. It'll be kind of pointless, like if I make it and it turns out I don't like the class. But here's hoping. Surely it'll be alright. Oh, 0? Nah. Hayato might cook. It might, but it's not a new class. Irel's, I mean, the last time I did Challenger World, I made Ren. Just because Ren was a new class. I might just do that, play Irel just because it's a new class. Alright, good night, Shanks. Thanks for dropping by, dude. Why not Sia? Sia's not a new class. Sia's old news. Gonna play Kinesis, but the remaster puts you off. Oh yeah, the delay, yeah, that's the same here for me. Like, I was on the same boat. I was considering Kinesis as well. But yeah, if they're gonna delay it, I want to play Challenger World immediately. I don't want to play with the old Kinesis for a little bit, only for it to be remastered, right? Is there any point playing if you already have a solid account? The main, like, benefit if you already have a solid account is that you can do dailies twice. So, like, for example, Monster Park, you can do twice. That's a big one. That honestly, that by itself is probably one of the biggest gains. Kinesis has an exclusive hyperburn, yeah. So there's actually just no point hyperburning it. Unless you really want the item burn on it. Arik, thank you. Appreciate it. That's where our hyperburn went. Did Kinesis not have a exclusive hyperburn? It didn't, right? Not in KMS at least. Extra 12 star spec boxes. True, you know what? For some people, that's worthwhile. Didn't get in KMS? Okay. Well, W for those who want to play Kinesis then. You know what? Like, depending on when the Kinesis is released, you could use that as a boss meal in Challenger World, hey. Like, actually, if you cared about playing in Challenger World, it's not the worst thing to play the Kinesis in Challenger World. Like, if you can get it to 260 reasonably quickly, like, you can get it into, like, Enlomin era, like, kind of for free. Thoughts on Lin? Lin is a great class. That class is so strong. I don't think you can go wrong with playing that. Free boss meal? Yeah. But have you guys heard about the actual meta for Challenger World? The meta is actually to play your main, and then when you have some downtime, you use the free Terror Burns that they give you to make 4 Kanas. Or however many free Terror Burns they give you. So you use all those Terror Burns to make Kanas, and you make them all solo C-Vel. So every week, you can spend half an hour to get 500 mil. And you'll be swimming in money. A level 200 Kana is all you need. 200 Kana, maybe 100 Node Stones. Damn. That's it. You will cook the bosses like that. And then you add on top of that the Kinesis. You know what's going to happen is you're going to have a level 260 Kinesis and you're going to realize that it's weaker than a 200 Kana. That's what's gonna happen. Start Challenger World and use Kinesis. You know, at least that is like a nice benefit from it. Because, yeah, it's a bit sad. I think because I would focus on Challenger World, I wouldn't get around to making my Kinesis any strong. But if we have a Hyperburn for it in Challenger World, then it becomes a boss mule for the Challenger World character. That's okay. W misinfo. The misinfo is about the Kana, not about the Lin, right? Lin is actually a good class. Not so sure about full Kana meta. Made Urda Fragment weekly per world, and not per account. That would be nice. Speaking of Soul Urda Fragments, I don't even know what I'm up to. Can you Hyperburn on Challenger World? Yeah, absolutely. The Hyperburn, like, when you go into Challenger World, or whichever world you want to play in, it'll tell you at the bottom, being like, create a new character. Do you want to assign it as a Hyperburn? Sort of thing. Just one thing to keep in mind, everybody. Remember, when you decide to pick the Hyperburn character, usually you don't want to end up deleting it. I don't know what the actual process of getting Hyperburns or like getting some stuff back is, but I think more recently, if you assign anything to a character and you delete it, you do not get it back. So yeah, don't be afraid to spend a little bit more time. Don't get FOMO'd into rushing into making a character only for you to find out you really don't like it. It's okay to like miss the first couple of days if it means that you actually know for sure that you're not gonna hate the character. Because yeah, the things that you miss out on, they're usually like pretty nice bonuses, so you'd rather not kind of waste it. Wait, what was that? Hope Kana's farming's easy. Kana farming is easy post 6 job. Okay. You do Kinesis in main world? I mean, it depends on what they want to do with the Kinesis. If they want the money on the main world, I think it's fine to do it wherever. Yo, where's my rune? Oh, there it is. Just had to complain. W. can claim event rewards over there. Just use strawberry farms and magpots. Let's see. Hero is slowly getting to 275. So for Monster Park, are you allowed 14 runs per day? Is that what it is now? Or was it 14 runs per world? Two characters, 7 runs per world. Ah, right, okay. So you can't do both of them in the same server. Okay. Wait, 14, is it? Oh, 7 runs each, so 14 per world. Wait, so 28 Monster Park runs a day? Is that what you're saying? I don't know. I don't know about this one. I'm confused. Am I reading that correctly? 28 Monster Park runs per day, theoretical maximum. You're not playing Maple Story at that point anymore. You're playing Monster Park. I'll definitely do like the 7 runs per day on like the Hyperburn because the EXP is very valuable. I don't know if I'll do it like more than that though. EXP good, so no burnout. Yeah, that is copium if I've ever heard it. Polar's playing a different game from the rest of us. Imagine liking Monster Park. I barely even tolerate it. Oh no, man. 28 Monster Park runs. That's a lot of Monster Park runs. Alright. 5 more minutes. Do I get another... I'll probably get another epic. Another 2 epics. It's kind of nice working on fams again. I need to start removing some of the useless ones though. It's so funny, look at this. I just realized I have this. I have an epic Mano fam. And it's 2% attack power. Give 2% a day, you're pretty mad on doing it. Yeah, I mean, EXP is a very easy driver for motivation. For me, even if it gives me good EXP, I'm like kind of whatever about it. 2 280s with just Monster Park religiously? True. The package that I was waiting for finally came in, and it's for my wife, and she's very happy about it. She tried to order this third-party kit, and the shipping got cancelled. So I went ahead and ordered the same thing, and it's delivered. She seems very excited. I can see her in my peripheral. I done some dailies? I haven't done these ones. I'll start pushing the Sacred Force on this character. It's got about the same Sacred Force as my Marksman, actually. And once I'm done here, maybe I'll do some weeklies. I haven't done my Xenon's weeklies, and I haven't done my Mechanics weeklies. Maybe we'll get some more money like that. Good EXP gains, though, today. We're up to 37%. Gonna start recruiting for Challenger World 3 Duo Partner. Is there like a thing where like if you prog, the duo gets rewards and vice versa? Is that how it works? I do remember reading about that. I don't know the details though. $60k mobs a week. You give the other guy EXP. See, I'd be afraid to recruit anybody because I feel like I'd let them down. I don't know if I will do 60k mobs a week. I can't promise anything. Stayed the whole time in capped boxes. You get an android of your duo. Oh my god. JH Royd is possible? Yo! Is the JH Royd possible? My dream's coming true. Can finally have real JH Royd. That'd be funny. It's locked to what they look like. Yeah, honestly, the loser in this situation is definitely my duo. What they look like is gonna be... Well, what my character's gonna look like is gonna look like a default Challenger World character. We're gonna look like bums. You say that, but there will be people who will be making their character look nice. I hope JH is ready for me to look like a default Challenger World character. Alright. Just give me a second. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be back in like a minute or two. Just need to get some water. Alright, we are back. Alright, shall we do some bosses? He said it might gift you NX, makes his eyes hurt less. You didn't grab the Genesis Pass last time on Yakana? Dude, the Genesis Pass was one of my favorite things about Challenger World. Challenger one was tough, yeah. That's fair. And then when you realize that the rentals were broken, it changed everything. Oh, guys, I made gains on my mechanic because I hit this thing. Outline in red. Let's go. Oh, and 30% plus damage, I guess. Do I not have a V-healer loadout? I need to make a V-healer loadout. This, and I need another healing. Has that as well? You're right, actually. It's exactly the same thing. It only changes the way that my my rabbit looks. The mech stays the same color. That's kind of funny. You just lives because Challenger World's so long? Oh, nice. I mean, a lib's a lib, right? Oh god. I should internalize my chat here. It's so funny looking. Oh. No, I accidentally changed rings. So many summons. Please, next on. Give me the change. Toaster into from a washing machine is kind of funny. I don't actually know how to change the colors of this. I know that it's possible to change the colors of the mechanic, like, robot, but I don't know where that's done. Can Kaiser also do that? It can, right? Kaiser can also change its look. Uh-oh. No, down to 4 right at the last second. Oh, good. It's okay to be down a little bit. Man, actually having 2 healing fams here makes a big difference, huh? Oh. I think for a while I was using 1 healing fam. Or rather, like, just 2 weak ones. I think I'm using 2 okay ones. I hope I'm not just, like, randomly using a mana one. Surely not, right? Surely I can read. Meta in KMS is to lose 1 life? Yeah, makes sense. Makes it a lot easier to cleanse. Hello, thank you for the follow. Oh. she doing over there? Yeah, the corner. Definitely much easier to cleanse on. Now, unfortunately, I still need to do one more burst. Oh, have I accepted my... I haven't accepted my event buffs on this character. That's so annoying. I'm missing out on 30% boss damage, I think. Uh-oh. Taking so much damage. Part of me kind of misses being able to like constantly turn on and off the fams, but at the same time, I'm kind of okay with the cheese gone. It was a little bit too powerful in some aspects. That boss damage fam, you know, noticeably faster because it's usually a bit tighter on me clearing on my burst. Hello, Leonardo. Thank you. I do not have Holy Symbol on. Ooh, ring box. Yes. Please, raw 4. Give me a raw 4. What do I drop here? Tire mark. Raw 4. No! I already have one of these. Give me something different. I saw the 4, but I immediately knew that it wasn't going to be a raw. I only looked at the number and I was really disappointed. I should be a decent amount stronger though. Again, basically 60 boss damage. $60 boss damage between my fam and my event buff. That's big. I don't think even this character has like ID fams actually. Maybe I have like a 15 ID fam or something. But man, the fam status on my mechanic is pretty bad. I'm kind of glad that I rolled a little bit on this character. What's the combat power? Let's have a look. Oh, 144 now. Probably gained like a couple of mil. Wouldn't mind it being a bit stronger, but we'll get there eventually. Nothing a little bit of farming can't fix. Can farm a little bit. Get some more fragments. Fix up the hexa. All that good stuff. Alright. Will I get something fun as a drop on the mechanic? Literally, if I get any drop, it should be pretty fun. Any plans on the shining, or we're safe for the 31st? I'll just use every shining that comes around. I don't think there's a point in saving money for shinings unless I have like a very expensive thing coming up. Like if I had maybe like Eternals I was possibly working on, I might have considered saving just to get more money for those Eternals. But honestly, it doesn't really matter. They've already announced they're going to do shining every two weeks or whatever it is. That's no point. No point saving. Just use your money every time an event comes around. You end up with more glove instances. To be fair though, that wasn't supposed to be that expensive. I just got a little unlucky there. Just a little unlucky. I think 2-star notice is the best thing. We'll see what the details of it are, because the thing in KMS, they have something like that, where you can trade in 4 spares to guarantee it to 22, but it only applies if you already hit 22, from my understanding. So hopefully they create like a GMS, kind of like separate system, because the issue for us is like, it's hard to get the spares in the first place. So hopefully it's not going to be something like that. Maybe we'll get that system anyway, but it would be nice for a GMS to have its own kind of pity system for that regard. It's probably going to be like tied to Meso, hopefully. I think that would make a lot of sense. Safeguarding to 22? I don't think it said anything about safeguarding to 22. Oh, well, I don't know, I'm okay being wrong about that, though. I don't remember it saying safeguarding to 22, though. Well, look, if we're just going to pay extravagant amounts of Meso to get to 22, that's also not a bad problem. That's not a bad problem. It will be interesting to see what they do, because it feels like they've kind of balanced the game around people blowing up items. As sad as that sounds. And a guaranteed 22 system feels strange for them to implement, just based off of historically how they've approached the game, right? But, you know, if all it is just for us to pay extravagant amounts of Meso to get the upgrades that we sorely want, that's okay by me. Without risk of destruction. Yeah, but that's why I'm saying, like, in KMS, it's like that, right? Where you trade in 4 spares to get to 22. Or, like, 1 spare to get to 21, or whatever the number is. You're not really blowing up anything up until that point. That's why, my opinion on these notes is that, like, I kind of wish that they actually just explicitly said what they were doing. Like, it feels weird for them to tease something like this where players are gonna try to... They want to make the most out of it, like... Myself included. Feels weird for them to create or announce a system like this, not give us any details, and now we're just kind of guessing. Like, what are we doing with our pitch items now? Are we just, like, leaving them at 18? We're just gonna leave them at 18 for 3 months? You know what I mean? Feel like for these sorts of things, they should have taken the KMS approach, and on their the KMS showcase, they just straight up told you what they were doing. So yeah, here's the new system. Here's a demonstration of the new system. Look forward to this. Might be the play, right? So that's the thing, right? Because we are kind of left uninformed. It just feels bad to do anything as a player, and that shouldn't be the case. Like, you shouldn't feel bad about taking advantage of a Shining Star Force. You shouldn't feel bad about trying to upgrade your gear. Like, if they told us what they were doing, then players can make a decision, like, fully aware of, like, what the upsides and downsides are. Right now, because you're just guessing. What if you want the gains now to do, you know, certain bosses, for example? Are you gonna wait for 2 months and just hope that it's a positive change? It just feels weird. We're getting whatever that's coming this summer, right? But I'm saying, like, them announcing what seems like big changes to the game feels like they should have actually just told us what the change is. Whether or not we get them now is a different question, but I feel like we should know as players. They can get away with, like, these sorts of teasers for patch notes and stuff like that because we are playing on, like, an older version compared to KMS. So you can chalk that up to, like, Nexon being like, oh, the players will figure it out, you know? But then for, like, new GMS specific changes like this, I feel like leaving the players in the dark is, like, feels kind of bad as a player. Sounds like they're not 100% sure on how to do it. Well, quite possibly. Personally, I would have liked them to just, like, double down on a choice. Just tell the players, look, this is what we're gonna do. And then gauge how people react to it afterwards. Rather than, like, doing these, like, weird teasers. I feel like, as a player, I like knowing what to look forward to. Especially when it's, like, around bigger things like Star Forcing. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what they do. Like, I'm not really, like, pessimistic about the changes or anything. I'm just kind of disappointed that they are telling us they're doing something, but they're not actually telling us what they're doing. And it's just, like, kind of a pointless announcement in a way. Because then, as players, we're still just, like, kind of speculating what they're trying to do here. I think it's fine to do those teasers if the changes were gonna happen within a week. That's why I don't really mind them being like a nothing announcement for like a pre-patch trailer, right? Because you'll find out within a week, it builds excitement, that's fine. But then when you're telling us like, oh yeah, here are like really big changes, but you guys gotta wait 2 months before we decide on what we're gonna share with you guys. Like, 2 months is a long time for a game where people want to make gains immediately. I think we can all agree that like we want to make our gains knowing that there's shinings coming up. We want to make use out of this event, but then if we don't have full information about it, it just feels like such a pointless announcement to make. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. It's just... yeah. Next on talk, and mechanic on screen is making you sad? What's making you sad? The mechanic or the talk? This guy's gonna tell me that it's just the mechanic. Both. Look, I want the game to be good, alright? I want improvements to be made. I just kind of wish that they just told us. I think teasers for upcoming gameplay can be like exciting, but then when it comes to these sorts of things, for items that people care a lot about, it would be nice if we had proper information. I would have liked them to just full send the notes and be like, these are the changes. Whether or not the players like it, they can gauge and change it afterwards, because they've done that before. There are a lot of aspects of the game where they just like sent changes, and then a lot of us complained, and some of it got reverted. Things like the meso cap. That was one thing that was very annoying, actually. If I can throw us back a few years to when KMS started deleting their reboot server, like it was first led by them adding a meso cap on how much you could farm per day. And that was just a topic that a lot of people were super worried about when coming to reboot, because we're like, can't you just tell us what you guys are doing? And that hung on players' minds. Like, it definitely was on my mind for a very long time. And we were just like in the dark, right? Obviously this is not to the same extent. It's not like a, server killing aspect of the game. But it's just like, we just want to know things, man. Like, don't keep us in the dark. If it's not good, then at least you can gauge feedback. Oh my god, the dynamic crystal prices. Though, I forgot about that too. People were so worried about the dynamic crystal changes. I know I was. Quality of life should be pre-patch teasers. Yeah, that's a good example of like a pre-patch teaser. 100%. It's like things that people can look forward to that doesn't like affect the decisions that they make in game, basically. I think those are good teasers. It's like class balance updates. Those are good teasers, right? Helps people make a decision on like their boss mules, things to look forward to on their class, hopefully. Fingers crossed certain characters don't get nerfed and stuff. But I feel like things for like gear upgrades, players gotta take that seriously. You want to make informed decisions on how they want to upgrade their gear, because the heart of the game is kind of about efficiency. I'm so dead. Eight seconds. I'm dead. Man, dynamic crystal prices. That was a throwback that I was okay not remembering. The grace to not nerf and only buff. I think they gave us a different system. I wouldn't say it was dynamic, because dynamic implies that like it will change prices depending on what players sold. They just gave us some number multiplied by another number, you know what I mean? What we got was just like straight up a crystal price increase. We didn't get dynamic boss crystals. The dynamic boss crystals, like, you got more or less money based off of how many people cleared the boss. So, it like really, really nerfed CRA and like Enlomian and stuff like that. And then jacked up the C10 prices. So, it helped people who had mains or like really strong bossing mills, but for the most part, most of the community is just down. At least for Heroic, it would have been pretty bad. Oh, I wasn't supposed to Origin. Oh well. Doesn't like the crystal price like move up and down reasonably? Like ours, they just across the board made it go up. Well, they just did like the one update. Maybe what I'm thinking, like when they changed it, it was because of the those were the rates at the time. CRA prices went underground. It is definitely a way to put it. I do remember like the CRA prices basically like halved. Got to P4 for the first time. Then died immediately when you swapped Curse trying to place down Platter. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, regardless about like what ended up happening, I just remember at the time we were really worried about the crystal prices because they like plummeted for like a lot of the early game content, early mid-game content at the time. So a lot of players were not clearing bosses past like Hard Lotus, Hard Damien. And your income at the time would have like just went into the floor. You would have made like maybe 1.5 to 2 bill at the time per week on your main. And then after the changes, we were worried like it was just going to be down to like 500 mil or something like that. And most of the community was like in that content range. So everyone just lost money. The only people that weren't affected were those who were doing C10 because the C10 crystals went to the moon. But what instead they gave us, they just bumped everything up. Got price changes though? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure all the crystal prices went up for us. Like across the board, they all just went up. That was when like Enlomian mules were only 1 bill. And then suddenly they became 1.5 bill. I'm pretty sure all of us just went up. We never got reduced. You would be rich with dynamic. Alright, calm down, mate. It wasn't a straight multiplier? Nah, it wasn't. I saw some of the... I remember the numbers for like dynamic. Soloing Black Mage would have made you so rich with those numbers. You know, they should have just gave us the really expensive rates. They keep anything that would have went down as where it is, and then anything that goes up, you give us the upgraded numbers. Yep. That seems good. Oh my god. Press my skill sequence. Didn't bind. Hey, do I clear? Uh-oh. Surely I clear, right? Nah, we'll be fine. Slowly chipping away at the boss. Just mechanic things. What is a burst? I hope I get a belt. Wait, no, I don't want a belt. Never mind. Oh my god, if I get a belt, I might be very upset. Don't sparkle. Don't do it. Alright. I said I hope I get a belt. I remember the moment I said that, it's like the only pitch I have at 22 on this character. Hello, Amon. How you doing? Make Xterran 10 bill. Might be a bit too crazy. I'm always so paranoid that one of these days I'm just gonna leave the room and not pick up the legendary fam card. Your vacation, so your streak was cooked? Oh, I'm sorry to hear, dude. It's alright. You can always build it back up. C-Vel 3 bill. Now make C-Vel 3 bill for the first time you clear it. One day I will do sea slime on my mechanic. Not anytime soon. Any drops? No drops. No drops so far. I got a continuous 4 just then, but I already have one on this character. We're playing the new class in summer. I'm kind of thinking of hyperburning it now. Might be an Irel player for Challenger World 3. So I'll probably hyperburn the Irel. And then when we eventually get the Kinesis remaster, I'll just make that in Challenger World as well. To get some extra money. I would have probably have played the Kinesis if they didn't delay the release. But, you know, take what we can get. Yo. Yeah, unfortunately no good drops on any bosses so far. Not today at least. Later on purpose to get other people to try a new class? Yeah, for sure. It's way more exciting for a new class compared to, what is it? Compared to a rework. It's nice that they're giving us a hyperburn for the Kinesis as well. So you get technically 2 hyperburns for Challenger World. 1 Kinesis and 1 for whichever class you want. Because, yeah, during KMS, Kinesis didn't get its own hyperburn. It was a shared hyperburn across, like, you know, the event, basically. Now we get 2. W. How you know we're getting 2? They said in the patch notes that we'll get an Irel specific, not Irel, sorry, Kinesis specific, hyperburn. We're all kind of specific, we're kind of assuming that we didn't get one for anniversary because they did this for the Kinesis. That seems to be the main theory. I don't think it was in the... There's no patch notes, it's in the Inkwell notes. As for the first one, well, we're assuming we will get a Terror Burn for Challenger World, right? Imagine they release Challenger World 3 and there's no Terror Burn or Hyper Burn. Can you imagine? So yeah, technically the only assumption is that we are getting a Hyper Burn for Challenger World 3. That is a key assumption. You get patch notes with all the rail skills. If they look nice, you go a rail. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna make it anyway. If you can move the vac pet. If it's like the other classes, I don't think you'll be able to move the vac pet. It's probably like cash shop bound. It's in the roadmap. Oh, nice. If it's in the roadmap, then it's good. Yeah, we're getting Jenny Pass, getting rentals again. Oh my god. Please, give us back the rentals. Bring it back faster. Rentals can't come back sooner. I want my Raw 4. Let me load up 200k for passes. Yeah, why'd they limit it to 2? Should just been unlimited. Yup. Liberate the entire roster. Honestly, I would pay for just the triple points part. I don't need the rest of it. I mean, the buffs and the soul's nice and all, but honestly, just give me the points. I don't need the rest. You know, what if they made like a budget version? It's 10k NX for just triple points. You don't get the soul, you don't get the event buff or anything like that. You don't get the ability to like duo, trio, or whatever. Just give me like the 3 times points for cheaper. I don't need anything else. Can't wait to get my Raw 4 off of Will. Gimme. Give me the Raw 4. $3k points? 3 times points for 10k. This burst is depressing. It really is. Is this how you feel on your mech as well? Did you see my P4? It's just like, it's just so puny. P3 in Lucid is just so sad. The DPS is actually okay. I'll give the class that. The DPS is like, for how strong it is, it's alright. But man, the bursts, it's not there, man. It's just not there. You gave up on mech. Understandable. My mech is actually towards the bottom as well. You want to see how like little respect I had for the mech? Look at all these items I didn't settle on like numbers. I can't even Star Force this source because I don't have any pendants. Waiting for a rework? True. It's actually the only character I actively play that I don't solo Black Mage on. I refuse. How am I supposed to do P1? I don't. I just cry. Is mech bottom 5 in damage? Man, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't be surprised if it was bottom 1. Blaze Wizard and Wild Hunter have escaped hell. It's true. I actually do enjoy playing both those classes. Dude, Blaze Wizard's actually kind of nice. I do actually like my Blaze Wizard. The new Blaze Wizard is a lot better. Oh, true, Pathfinder. Pathfinder is one of the biggest losers in GMS. Not a Hurricane class, but also not an attack speed class. It's cooked. Low-key still want to play my Pathfinder though. Had to swap mid-lib. That's fair. Better to swap mid-lib before, like, you fully commit into a character that you're gonna feel sad about regarding the updates. It can't be helped, right? Maybe next one we'll do something to make Pathfinder great again. Yeah, one thing that will make Pathfinder actually, like, kinda cool, other than just straight up giving it more damage, just take off that that charge system for torrent. Just give Pathfinder infinite torrent again. give it that as its gimmick. How to position side content when grinding with only one monitor. I have not, like, used a PC with one monitor in a long time. Outside of a laptop, I suppose. But, man. One monitor, I can't live like that. You use CD hat and CD skip now? What are you CD skipping? Is it like the skills that you weave? Anything fun happen? Nah, you're chill, dude. Didn't really talk about anything. We're just doing some weeklies. Been working on my hero, so that's kind of nice. Let me check off the mechanic. Which characters do I have left here? I have my Cannon Master and Xenon left. I can probably do maybe that tomorrow. Depends on how big the monitor is. You know what? True. Not wrong. Always hypes himself when he gets a CD skip. Dude, I feel that in my soul. I remember when I was playing Jet, one of the most satisfying parts about playing the class was that whenever you CD skipped back up beatdown. It was the only time you ever did damage, and when you CD skipped that, you just felt like a god. But, you know, 20% FD increase over 0 is still 0. Which is, you know, it is what it is. I wonder if he feels the same way. You gotta be excited for something. You gotta be excited for something. Alright. Check my bind. It's not maxed. Maybe this is enough? Yeah, that's probably good enough. Maybe I should use the rest of it anyway. Why's my blink not maxed? Damn, that's a big monitor. Yeah, for me, I have like 2 small monitors, basically. 2 smaller monitors. Definitely not 380/40. 3840. Alright, let's check. One last look around. I have high mountains to do. 2 boss mules. I also need to do the Punch King at some point. Maybe I'll do that later tonight. Probably do it later though. What I gotta do is I gotta figure out dinner soon. I also gotta do some errands later tonight. So I might leave my stream at that. Let's see. Is anyone streaming right now? Let's send you guys over to Matt. I think he looks like he's doing stuff. It's so funny. Right now, whenever like I look on Twitch and you see everyone's preview looks the same. They're just on a random map and there's just papers everywhere on the floor. Everyone's stream looks the same. It's just a random map and just green papers everywhere. But yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you all for hanging out with me today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. I'll probably stream again tomorrow around reset, maybe a little bit earlier. Depends on if I can stay out of bed. I'll do my best to not fall back asleep. Yep. But yeah. Thank you guys as always, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. We'll see what we do in the morning, because I might not just grind in the morning. Maybe I'll play around with like my camera again. Maybe I'll build something. We'll see. Alright. Take care, guys.